Alright, so this is the Iceman back again, or otherwise known today as Hombre de Hielo, here at Maryvale Ballpark. Once again, spring training, visiting the Milwaukee Brewers, taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's who's playing today. Completely forgot. One too many beers. My apologies. And rum drinks and whatever else I've got right now. But today we're going to focus on the shortstop position. And thing is, with shortstop, there's only really one man for the job, and that's Jean Segura. He's, with the exception of his playing time last year. Actually, since he came up, they traded for him. Zach Greinke, from to the Angels. They got Segura and everything like that, and he accomplished too much playing time in 2012. So then in 2013 he wasn't eligible for Rookie of the Year. So then but otherwise, he would have he put up enough stats and great enough numbers that he would have been Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. But so he's the incumbent. He's the guy who's coming back, for another season, entrenched at that shortstop position. The biggest factor about that is because he's the only man for the job. Obviously, it's I kind of worry. It's if he takes a day off, if he gets hurt, who's going to be our shortstop? I guess the role is going to have to go to Jeff Bianchi. I think, just based upon that, he has to make the team, because who's your backup shortstop? Obviously Juan Francisco. There's your list of infielders: Juan Francisco, Mark Reynolds, Lyle Overbay, Ramos Ramirez, Ricky Weeks, Scooter Gennett. Can any of them play shortstop? Absolutely not. So based upon that alone, Jeff Bianchi has to make the team. I think there's another guy in camp, was it Elian Herrera or something like that? Some other guys that's randoms that we got from somebody else. He signed to a minor league deal with an invitation to spring training. It's any of those guys going to make? They're not on roster, so it's they're not on the 40-man roster. This means we'd have to kind of drop somebody else to stick them on the roster, but it's got to be Jeff Bianchi. He's got to be your backup. So you're going to the season hoping Segura, doesn't have a fallback at all. He's going to continue to put up numbers. The thing I worry about him most, they're going to have to move him to the leadoff spot. After trading Norichika Aoki, we really have no other better candidate for the leadoff spot. So, based upon that, Segura's not going to put up as good as numbers as before, because he's going to be in a position where he's not going to get a lot of RBIs. He'll get on base, he'll steal some bases, he's going to score a lot of runs, but his overall numbers aren't going to be as great as last year batting out of the two-hole. So, batting leadoff, probably say Segura. If I have to put him at a number, I'd say throw him at about 290. Give you about 10 home runs, maybe 35 RBIs. He has more potential to get RBIs than that, but out of that leadoff spot, it's really hard to say he's going to get more than that. Probably still going to steal you around 40 bases, which is really nice. And his defensive numbers are insane. He's got a good enough speed, good enough range, that's a very strong arm, probably better than advertised. Most people thought Segura would probably end up being a second baseman, just because they said he doesn't have enough speed and range and an arm to play at shortstop. But so far, he's been able to prove those doubters wrong. Now, as far as Jeff Bianchi goes, he's going to be your utility guy. As far as we've seen, he could play third base, shortstop, second base. Probably you can even throw him in left field if you really needed to, in a pinch situation. So Bianchi, not going to get a whole lot of playing time. Probably say Segura's going to get about maybe 145 games if he's healthy. Obviously, a lot of these stats are always based on health. So Bianchi, it's gonna start about 30-some games, depending on what position he's playing. And as a utility player, it's so hard just to get those regular at-bats and just to get in the groove. So it's I really had to judge him. I can't put him any higher than 240. Homer or two, definitely under 5. And RBIs around 20-ish. It's going to be mostly used as, just randomly start a game every now and then. He's going to pinch hit. He's going to come in as a defensive replacement, say, place Ramirez late in the game. Like I said, that's a valuable position to have as your utility kind of backup infielder, but don't really expect much out of him. So the nice thing is you're not paying him a whole lot. So Not very great numbers out of Bianchi, but it's as expected. Segura, I have a feeling he's just going to regress a little bit. It's kind of hard to say he's going to be as good as he was last year. And with the sausage race going on in the background, go Chorizo! Let's see if he can capture that there. Come on, Chorizo! Pick it up, baby! Ooh. I think my boy Chorizo just kind of finished in second place, which is unfortunate. So, bad day for the Sombrero, but a good day overall for the Brewers. Currently, right now, they're losing 6-2, which is unfortunate. But hey, spring training numbers don't mean a goddamn thing. There's one thing I learned about life. That's probably it. No, I think actually the one thing I learned about life is probably two things. Fake it until you make it. And two, rage all day, every day, until the wheels fall off. Then, once the wheels do fall off, you know what you can always do? You just throw those wheels right back on and you just keep raging again and let the cycle complete itself. So that's pretty much it for this episode. We'll take it from there. All right, enjoy yourselves.